Hey guys, what is going on? It's Bailey Sass Games here, and today I've got a video for you, and we're talking about Call of Duty World War II and if it will have DLC 5, okay? Uh, First of all, pause the video right now, go down below, leave it a like, and comment. Before you even watch what I'm about to say, comment what you think it will do. If it will have DLC 5, if it won't, if it'll have DLC 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or DLC 30, you never know. So anyway, let's just get right into the video. I personally don't think Call of Duty World War II would have it, just because if you look at the reasons we've had less or more than 4 DLC packs, it's because there was either not enough time or too much time, okay? We look at it from World at War, we got 3 DLC packs because we couldn't have a fourth one, which would have been Keynote or Toten, because it was getting too close to the Modern Warfare 2 release. And after that, they just they just waited, put Kino on disc for Black Ops 1 so it wouldn't interfere with the DLC season. Everything was perfect after that. Timing was great. 4, 4, 4 for every Call of Duty up until Black Ops 3. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, and the Giant that came with Season Pass. But around DLC 2, they said they were already done with DLC 3 around the time where we finished the Easter egg for Zetsubo, which was basically a day after the DLC came out. They were already done DLC 3. So they were working on DLC 4 ever since the release of Zetsubo no Shima. And they finished, by the time Gorod was out, Revelations was done. All DLC was done. They had nothing to do up until the next Call of Duty. So what they did was they did DLC 5 because it would make them tons and tons of money, which it did, and it would add like content in that big space where the developers didn't have anything to do. Normally in that space from DLC 3 to DLC 4, obviously they would work on DLC 4, but DLC 4 was already done, so they kept themselves busy by making DLC 5, so they would be busy for one, and for two, they'd get rich. I mean, come on, they probably made millions of dollars just on DLC 5 alone. But anyway, now we have that out of the way. Everything in DLC 5 were remastered maps. They were zombies maps, especially, not just multiplayer maps. If you look at Call of Duty World War II, you look at the developer. It's Sledgehammer Games. The only Call of Duty game they made was Advanced Warfare. Sure, they helped with the Modern Warfare games, they worked with Infinity Ward for a little bit, so they know what they're doing, but they may not have, I would say, rights. That'll be the easiest way to put it. They may not have the rights to some of the multiplayer maps that Infinity Ward had, like Shipment, like all the, basically, let's just put it this way, all the Modern Warfare maps, they won't have access to that, so they're basically just picking maps from Advanced Warfare. And if I'm going to be honest, there were some good maps. I like Defender. I like Recovery, Riot. Like, there were definitely fun maps. But they're not fun enough for a remaster of 8 of the maps. I mean, for real. If we picked 8 of the maps, that's basically every single base map on Advanced Warfare put into Call of Duty World War II. And the maps won't even play right because this was a big problem with Advanced Warfare. They had a mode to not use exos for people who didn't like it. Except it was really not, it was very clunky because the maps were designed for people using exo abilities and jumping left and right and strafing. And if you didn't have an exo, it would be a little more classic, but it would be clunky and slow paced because the maps weren't designed for that. So yeah, those maps wouldn't really fit into World War II. And then if you look at the zombie aspect, they only had, what, 4 maps, right? Yeah, 4, because there weren't any base maps. Yeah, 4. They had Outbreak for DLC 1, Infection for DLC 2, Carrier for 3, and Descent for 4, okay? I'm going to tell you guys what maps I like and then what maps everybody else likes. I like Outbreak and Carrier. Everybody else? They like Outbreak and Carrier. That's 2 out of 4 maps. Descent wasn't that good. It was okay, but okay is not good enough for a remaster. I mean, look at the maps we got remastered. Kino, Ascension, Origins. Like, those are not okay maps. Those maps are great. Nobody wants to get Infection remastered. Like Burger Town, that's like somebody asking for a Transit remaster for DLC 5. Go, no, just leave. Just just go. Nope, don't bother me with that. And I mean, Descent would be not that bad remastered, but nobody would want that. And to be quite honest, nobody would want any of the maps remastered. It's just if we had to pick a map, it would be either Outbreak or Carrier. So if we look at the DLC 5, we would have let's put some multiplayer maps in there to make it a little better. The only ones I can think of off the top of my mind is Defender, Recovery, and that's about it. Not many people like Defender, so let's get that out of the way. We have Recovery, we have Urban, no people like that map, Urban, and then we have Outbreak and Carrier. Two zombies maps, two multiplayer maps for $30. Not worth it because you're getting half the amount of multiplayer maps and only one more zombies maps. And not many people like the maps to begin with, so yeah. Basically, Call of Duty World War II won't have DLC 5 or any more DLCs past 4 because they don't have any content they would want to do. Sure, there's the idea of new content. I know, right? New content in Call of Duty. It's amazing. New ideas. What? Innovation? Never has Call of Duty ever done that. And especially with the 3-year cycle, you want to make sure your game is the best it can be for this year and next year. You don't want to have 4 DLCs of nonstop new content and then go, let's do one more DLC of new content when you could have put that new content and put it on your next Call of Duty game and made that one even better. So yeah, there's just no content you can remaster that would make people happy enough to pay 30 extra dollars, especially when by the time this is coming out, if it comes out at the same time DLC 5 for Black Ops 3 came out, it'll be pre-order season for the next Call of Duty. And the next Call of Duty is a Treyarch game. So good luck getting DLC 5 sales when people are pre-ordering the next Treyarch Call of Duty. They don't even have to see gameplay. There's already going to be thousands, millions of people pre-ordering it. It's Treyarch. People love Treyarch. But anyway, enough my rambling. Hope you guys all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like. If you're new around here, make sure to hit subscribe. Have a wonderful day.